Hello and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be the first of a best of two. This is going to be a Night Elf versus Undead matchup. Unfortunately, due to the luck of the die, I wasn't able to cast a game that had Xixi in it until now. And by now I mean the remaining three series of Group A has Xixi in it, and he'll be facing Yumiko, Fanta, and Cechi. This time around, he is going to be fighting Cechi. So yeah, Xixi going to be spawning in as the teal Night Elf player in the bottom left, and Cechi as the light blue Undead player in the bottom right. The map is on Twisted Meadows once again, and to be honest, Twisted Meadows seems to be the favorite map for everyone, or at least the person who got first picks on the map. Either way, we are going to have the standard, I would imagine, for both players. Ancient War being placed down next to the null Overseer camp. Meanwhile, Cechi going for Tomb Relics first. Depending on if he places down a graveyard or not will be determined by the next minute or so. It is going to be a Death Knight first, so there's still the standard over there. Warden first for Xixi, so yeah, honestly, I do like myself the Warden pick very, very well, because she's an absolute monster in terms of assassinating targets, and yeah, she's just a really good assassination slash harassment unit, your hero. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter is just solid, like, across the board, and he's really good in terms of dealing with heroes that rely on spells. So yeah, I would say I like the Demon Hunter better because he has a cool design, but the Warden I can't deny is also a very cool unit in herself. The Death Knight, there we go with the Shadow Strike at the Overseer, but it looks like the Death Knight will get that Death Coil to finish the job, and ghouls are accompanying the Death Knight, so that is going to indicate a mass ghoul opening. Rather curious to see the mass ghouls against the Warden pickup here. Obviously the Death Coil will do its best to try and deny the Warden from killing these ghouls, but it would have been a lot harder to deal with Crypt Fiends than it would have for ghouls, in my opinion. But this might just be based on the build order that Cechi's gonna go for instead of just the matchup in itself. We could have a potential gargoyle transition, as we do have a second crypt going. So yeah, I'm actually proud of myself that I've actually identified that. So anyway, we are gonna have a little bit of damage falling down on the Death Knight. Warden needs to be careful herself. She hasn't gone level 2 just yet. She actually hasn't got a single kill yet, which is a rather bad start for Xixi right now. His Ancient of War just keeps taking a beating. We might have a second Ancient of War placed down. No Hunter's Hole just yet, but of course it could transition into that, which might be a problem for Xixi later on, because he might be facing gargoyles very, very soon. It looks like Cechi might be able to, I'm assuming, a very quick win here, because archers don't do that well against gargoyles if the numbers are pretty even. I think there has to be a lot of archers in order to match up against gargoyles, in my opinion, but that's going to depend, I guess. I mean, it doesn't help that you have to fight both gargoyles and these existing ghouls. Either way, we're still having double ghouls pumped out. We need the graveyard if we're gonna have, or if we're gonna see any gargoyles anytime soon. Death Coil gonna pick up another archer, and very close to level 2 on the Death Knight. Honestly, a very, very rare, a rare sight to see for the undead hero to gain the advantage in terms of levels against anything else. To be honest, I think the closest would be a Blade Master, actually. Yeah, Blade Masters and Death Knights tend to have level 1 for a very long time. It looks like this Moonwell might be taken down here, as those wisps kind of came in a little too late. Warden maybe she regrets taking that Shadow Strike first. Would have liked to have Fan of Knives, but of course Fan of Knives is a very expensive ability in terms of mana as well. There we go with level 2, and she might blink out, but she is going to go for a TP Scroll instead. Death Knight waiting for a possible Death Coil here, but the Moonwells available were able to heal her back up. Level 2 has been gained on the Death Knight. Okay, I might have... Let's just say that the Death Knight was ahead in levels for a little while, and then the Warden got a huge burst of experience. Second Ancient of War is being constructed here. It probably will be cancelled as the damage is a little too much, and I don't think it's really worth completing that Ancient of War, and it just got destroyed. Anyway, another Surrounder is going down on the Warden. We do have a Dust Appearance as well, and that was a huge freeze that almost felt anticlimactic, but that is going to be the Warden being taken down, and the Ancient of War might follow suit as well. We are going to have 2 more Ancient of Wars being placed down. This is rather desperate for Xixi's part. He's got a lot of resources. He's cancelled the Tree of Ages. He might be making another Ancient of War, which he is. We even have cannibalism, I think that's what it's called, being researched here, so those ghouls can stay alive a little longer thanks to the corpses of fallen enemies as well as allies. The Ancient of Wonders will probably be taken down in turn as well. We have double Clarity Potion on the Warden just before the Ancient of Wonders actually gets destroyed here. And Xixi might find himself in a bit of trouble again. So yeah, we're not actually going to go for a gargoyle transition. We are still pumping out ghouls, and this, honestly, this is a done deal for Cechi. Like, there's absolutely no problems in destroying this Tree of Life. Hell, you don't even have to destroy this Tree of Life. You can just destroy every single other building, as well as these wisps, and then it's pretty much game. So, a rather weird game in itself. The wisp looks like they will be forced to try and repair this Tree of Life, but there's just so many damn ghouls here that is just an impossible thing to keep alive. Shadow Strike on the Death Knight, level 3 by the way, so he does have most likely a level 2 Death Coil. GG from Xixi. So that is going to be the game. Huh. Well, I'm going to speed it up since it's, well, pointless to keep on watching. But yeah, that was a really... Oh, there's that ghoul again. That was a really unfortunate game for Xixi, and hell, I don't know what to say. Yep, that's just the advantage of having a close spawn with being undead, I guess. So, yep, I will see you guys in game 2. Yeah.